Hello and welcome, my Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Welcome to your timeless soulmate reading, timeless romantic soulmate reading for January 2021, or timeless. I am your reader, Mark Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions, the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. Hey, hi, my Sagitt crabby asses. I hope you are all well. Really enjoying doing the soulmate reads. This series I usually do. I really like the soulmate reads. I don't do twin flame reads anymore, and we might even talk about that a little bit. But first of all, this is a general read. Please take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and there is an extended part 2, if you like, of this on VIMEO.com. The links are all below. We're doing a contract read, as it says in the title. We're looking at two people with a particular type of soul contract, a soulmate rather than a twin flame contract. They are different. And those soulmates are not always romantic, sexual. My mom and I have a soulmate contract. I just called her before I set up to do this video, and we cackled laughing. I love her. We help each other heal. That's the foundation of a soulmate read. You help each other heal, whether you are near or far or know each other or not, right? Because it's just how the contract is written. These, however, are the romantic, the happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying, romantic soulmate contracts that we have been working on for decades. We work on it for lifetimes, right? But you know, how many romantic lessons have you learned along the way, right? So we're going to look at it like a contract, right? My stepfather's a lawyer. I was raised right with legal language. Party number 1, we're calling divine feminine. Party number 2, divine masculine. Nothing to do with bodily gender, no DNA required. You're going to have to kind of feel out which one you are, although there is often mirroring in soulmate contract reads. Yeah, it's 13 cards. I'm going to get you 13 cards, and then if you want to jump over to the extended by the end of it, you'll know it's for you or not. All the decks that I read are always in the bottom of the description box. What else is there? Is there anything else I need to say here? Right? Oh, right. Check your other signs, right? Because if this is your sun sign, if you're a Sagittarius sun, and I don't know, maybe you have a Libra moon, it could give you more information about the same contract, or perhaps another one if you have another one going on, or maybe one coming in, right? So I guess that's about it. Just try and stay in the present moment as best you can. Focus on your breath, feet on the floor. That's what I do until I cross my legs, because I'm a Virgo. You might not relate to that as a Sagittarian, but here we go. Let's do this. This feels good. This feels happy already. And again, I just talked to my mom, so I'm good. Ready? Let's do this. Take a nice deep breath. And away we go. My collective pantheon of angels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters of soulmate contract law, and the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. Please, I need 3 cards for the Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign soulmate contract, January 2021 or timeless. Please, I need one that represents the dominant archetypal pattern at work in the divine feminine. I need one for the dominant archetype at work for this divine masculine. And I need to know, this is new, this came in this morning, and please, 1 card to represent what clause they are in this happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying, romantic soulmate contract, January 2021 or timeless. Now, though, that is the 3rd card down. That will be the last card we turn over, because that's what they told me to do, my guides. So that's what I'm doing. Let's see who our happy soulmate couple is. You got the divine feminine gambler, which isn't all about literal gambling, of course, and the divine masculine shapeshifter, Sam Merlot. Oh my God, I missed that show, but it had to end. Everything does eventually. Look, these cards can be a little triggery. These not so much. I think these two. The Gambler is the action family, and I think the Shapeshifter is in the wild card family. There are 9 different families of archetypes, according to Carolyn Mason. She's a genius, so I'm going to say, okay, PhD, that she is. I love her. Sacred Contracts was a book that changed my life because I actually applied what was in there and totally changed my style of reading forevermore. So check it out. These are her cards, right? So the Shadow is supposed to be a little triggery. These are not horribly so, I think. Depends on your situation. You'll know it if it hits. It's the stuff you don't want to look at in yourself, acknowledge in yourself, or don't want anybody else to know or acknowledge, right? It's a shadow agenda. The light is what you are shooting for. And in a soulmate contract, this is the stuff you are healing. Whether you know each other or not, whether you're together or not, whether, you know, all of that, you are helping each other heal through the quantum entanglement of a soulmate contract, right? This is why it doesn't matter when they come, you just keep healing you. And when you come together, you will compare histories. And go, oh my God, well, you were doing that, I was doing that, and that's mirroring. All right, the shadow attribute for the divine feminine, the Gambler archetype, relying on luck rather than hard work. Look, we all fall prey to that, particularly if you have a high intuition. Sometimes it's saying, I don't know, I'm not feeling I need to do anything on this, it's just going to come. That's a little bit different. That's in the light. Willingness to follow intuition even when others doubt you, and you know that's hard too, right? So so keep that in mind. Now that is definitely more divine feminine in the sense of the intuitive stuff. Divine masculine tends to be a little bit more intellectual. That's why it has nothing to do with bodily gender, right? Think of the Tao symbol of the yin and yang, right? Oh, I just drew a sigil in the air. Okay, thank you. Not erase, but bless. The shadow attribute of the shapeshifter. Oh, shapeshifter. Projecting any image that serves your personal agenda in the moment. Oh, I got to tell you, I got a nice touch of the shapeshifter in me. Literally, I am Virgo. We're mutable earth. We can change the way we look very easily. And I do it every time. You watch a bunch of my videos, I can serve different looks. And I was into modeling when I was young, so you know you pick shit up along the way. Plus, I was exposed to Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week, for years and years and years. Just it's like walking around uranium. It affects you. The light attribute, though, and I love this one: skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness, ability to see the potential in everything. That's an amazing skill, the ability to see the potential in anything and navigating levels of consciousness. And that's what I have. That's why I love reading people one-on-one, but then I could also do it to a camera and connect to, you know, thousands of people every day through this medium, right? I'm not a medium, I'm right. But I love this. This feels really good because the Gambler and a shapeshifter, total Bonnie and Clyde energy, totally like, uh-oh, the savage soulmates have met. A prophecy hath been fulfilled. All right. Well, like I said, that third card we're going to turn down last. But first, we are going to get fire, earth, air, water for our divine feminine. With the Gambler archetype, with the Daughters of the Moon. We're going to use the Mythic Tarot for the divine masculine with the shapeshifter, fire, earth, air, water. If you've been watching these for a while, you know what it is. If not, I will call it out as I go. Please take a nice deep breath. My goddesses of fire. And the sign of Sagittarius, please. I need 5 cards, an element spread for this divine feminine with this Gambler archetype in this happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, romantic, soulmate contract with this divine masculine with the shapeshifter for January 2020 or timeless. Please, 1 card for her element. All right, I'll slow it down for their element of fire. What is it that she desires, what she yearns for, what she burns for? What is her element of earth, that which fuels that fire, like wood fuels the fire? And this is a fire sign, probably, right? I'm feeling it, but you know, general read. Please, my goddesses, what is her element of earth, what she has to help her achieve that which she yearns for, burns for, and desires? What is her element of air, which she is predominantly thinking about this contract? Please, her element of air is 2 there. Please, just 1 card so I don't have to guess. Please. Yeah, I feel like those are the same 2 cards that were in my hand before. Bottom of the 2, bottom of the 2. Thank you. And element of water, what is she predominantly feeling about this soulmate contract, and particularly with this shapeshifter? All right, that one felt, I'll just say odd. The emotional one felt that. Please, element of spirit. What is the point of view of the soul, or the voice of the soul, that thought this contract would just be a wonderful way to heal coming in to this lifetime for this divine feminine with the gambler archetype? Let's just do the same for him, and then I will turn them over simultaneously, element by element. Please take a nice deep breath. I refuse to lay out cards and then turn on the camera. Like, you gotta see my process. It's important, I feel, but you know, it's an art. Breathe. Yeah, my gods of fire and the sign of Sagittarius, please. 5 cards. Element spread for this divine masculine with the shape shifter archetype in this Sagittarian collective, sun, moon, rising, Venus sign. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, romantic, soulmate contract. January 2021, or timeless. What does he burn for, yearn for? His element of fire, his element of earth. What is the fuel that he has to feed the fire, to manifest his desire? What is his element of air? That which he thinketh about all of this. His element of water. What does he feeleth about this contract? And really, last card down for the entire spread, the element of spirit. What is the point of view of the soul that agreed to take on this contract in this incarnation, January 2021, or timeless? Let's flip. Oh my good God. They're both the Hecate card. Oh, it's like, I told you, that element of water. Wow, you got double Hecate. Both sides, element of fire. Well, I'll interpret that in a minute, but let me just clarify. This is the Scorpio card, the Crone of Cups. This would be the Queen of Cups in the Rider-Waite, and the card of the Moon, Hecate. Never seen it before. Never seen it before, and I know a particular Sagittarian right now who is squealing right now at that. That's bizarre. Now, what is it that they want? Okay, well, the divine feminine then definitely wants this Scorpio energy, something a bit deeper, a bit more emotional, a bit more sexual. I'm just feeling it. A gambler? Come on now. Come on now. Shake that dice and steal that rice, right? And bring me a Diet Coke and rum on ice. I'm ready to rock and roll. Yeah, no, this feels sexual, but hidden as well. 8th house stuff, right? Money, sex, power, other people's resources. Whew, and guess what? The shapeshifter do too. The shapeshifter do too. Although I'm getting a little something different here. Really wants, well, that would make sense with the shapeshifter. Really wants to experience the different levels and dimensions of this relationship. Like, this isn't so very shallow for him. Again, I have to say her and him, she and he, to keep my brain straight. Please don't cancel me. I just need to let my 52-year-old brain doesn't implode. I know I don't look at it. I just spoke to my mom. You should see how she looks. We don't age. We mature. That's mind-blowing. I've never seen that before in my entire career. And I do a lot of these contract reads for people. Let's move on. What's the element of earth? This should be a doozy. Well. Okay. So now this is what they have. The fuel to feed the fire, right? Like, you need, if you're going to have a fireplace, you need at least a log, Lincoln or otherwise. So she got the 5 of blades here, hurricane. Now, the thing about the hurricane is we think of that as usually such a negative card, or like arguments. But if blades, swords are the element of air, thought, then there is a lot of thought going on right now that in some way is benefiting her, right? As a gambler, maybe this is watching the odds change on the risk. But the safest place to be, when I used to read, I still do read clients face-to-face through video, but I used to I had an office. People would come to it, right, in Sayville, at the Silver Broom, right? And I would say, where's the safest place to be in a hurricane? And they would say things like, oh, in a doorway, in a bathtub, in the basement. And I said, in the eye. There may be a lot of information swirling around you. If you are the divine feminine gambler, stay in the center point, the still point, and just listen. Because there might be, okay, I'm going to say this, the toxicity of the well-meaning, advice, gossip, going around and around and around. If a breath is a thought, what's a hurricane? Right? And if you are overthinking, then it says get to the heart of the storm. When we overthink, it just means our energy is not balanced, focused in our heart. It doesn't mean we need to be all in the heart, but to balance that out. And with this Scorpio card, see that deeper emotion. He's got the Tower. Oh, his life has totally changed, or is in the process of. But that's the thing. The process of the Tower comes after the lightning has struck. Now, this could be literal, well, not literally getting struck by lightning, but like the destruction of something in a part of his life, or it could be a spiritual awakening as well. After the Tower comes the Star. So maybe something had to be broken down in this divine masculine, and they have that. Now, just as a little side note, Sagittarius, there is lightning that strikes the Tower, reducing it to its foundation because the foundation is cracked, or there has been too much stagnancy. So this lightning bolt is very much a card of divine intervention. Well, lightning is Sagittarius because it is mutable fire, and the god of lightning in this, even though this is the god Poseidon, the god of earthquakes, the god of the oceans, definitely more Pisces energy. It is Zeus. It is Zeus striking down something. It is a divine intervention. Now, with the moon, that they want the moon, this deeper, I'm feeling more esoteric, deeper emotional, intuitive thing that he might not, because it is the moon. It's like, you can't know what you're getting into. You can't just, what do they call that? Spelunk down into a cave that's never been explored by you or anyone else before and know what's going to be down there, right? But it's as a result of being struck by the Tower. And I'm just getting with a shapeshifter, this could very much be something that has changed their perspective on something about this soulmate contract that just shattered their belief. When I teach tarot, and I've taught, oh my God, I've taught tarot for a very, very long time. I say, imagine the Tower card conceptually as someone who doesn't believe in ghosts, no such thing as ghost spirits. And then one day they wake up and there's their great grandmother talking to them at the foot of the bed. What happened to those years and years and years of disbelief? Gone in a flash, right? So that's kind of more what this feels like, particularly because it's right next to the moon card. Woo! Element of air. It's a really good one, Sag. Element of air. What are they thinking? Interesting. The divine feminine has the Hanged Man in this deck called Reversal. Turning yourself upside down, not upending her world, but seeing things from another perspective. Maybe the perspective of the divine masculine, because he's thinking about balance. Six of Pentacles, about an equal give and take in this relationship, thinking about it. But meanwhile, she might be like, nah, I'm just gonna sit back and watch. I'm gonna make some popcorn and hang upside down from my tree voluntarily over a stream. And I wish you could see this card. Really Google it if you can find it. Reversal, Daughters of the Moon Tarot, and get up really close to her face, because she looks one way above water, but the reflection in the water, she is smiling and glowing. And that's the radiance that we usually see, you know, at the head of the Hanged Man at the bottom of the card. Six of Pentacles, he may very well be trying to figure out how to balance this thing out, which means there was an imbalance of give and take between them. If you're the divine feminine, who are the people that you can watch change personalities and vibrations from person to person to person to person? I can do it. As I said, my stepfather, Zeus, I have, well, pseudonym too, because my mom was they're very much Zeus and Hera archetypally. Read Goddesses in Every Woman and Gods in Every Man by Jean Schnodable in 2 different books. Maybe you can get them in one edition. Definitely. He's a lawyer. We would go to bar association meetings and, just whoop, slick back the hair, back in the ponytail suit. I'm like, I would love to say, what do you do for a living? It's like, oh, I teach ancient wisdom. Shapeshifter, right? But to the betterment or the detriment, the light or the shadow. So keep an eye, like you can figure out if that's who you are, who's the gambler in your life, right? Okay, now what they are feeling. Here we go. This is one hell of a reading. We've got the Four of Flames. I know people want to say, oh, Four of Wands, the marriage card. Not in this deck, darling. This is the card of conflict. She is feeling conflict of fire, and I can hear it. They're giving me the image. 1 foot on the gas, 1 foot on the brake, both pushing at the same time. Conflict. This is an internal conflict, or feels there is a conflict here. Now, Here again, we have the Five of Swords. There's a lot of changing thoughts here. There's a lot to think about, but can she stay in the present moment? I feel like she's trying to calculate a risk here of how to deal with this divine masculine, but inside of her, there's a conflict that needs to be resolved. And part of it will be resolved, or at least mentally, from that not surrendering the way you think. You know, don't let your mind be so open that anybody can drop anything in it. That's a bastardization of a Terry Pratchett quote. I love Terry Pratchett. Everything I really needed to learn about witchcraft, I learned from Terry Pratchett. But it's funny. She's feeling the Four of Flames, this conflict, one dragon. One dragon providing the fire for two archers pointing at each other, Sagittarian. So it's you versus you on this one. We should. No. I want to. No. Why? Because I can't. Because I won't, right? He's got the Wheel of Fortune. The fates spinning the wheel. Oh my goodness gracious. What? I'll tell you now, if you're the divine masculine here, what you're feeling is destined. You are feeling one of the quantum threads calling you forward. Things are moving forward. Your feelings have changed. And that doesn't shock me with the Tower in the Earth position and the Moon. This could also be, I want intuitive, snuggly time. I can feel that, right? Hecate is just one of my goddesses since birth. But that Wheel of Fortune with the fate, y'all are slinging an awful lot. I should say divine masculine. She's just got the hangman. You got 3 major arcana cards and well, there's no such thing as a mild major arcana card, huh? Wow, this is pretty major. Okay, yeah, I mean, this divine masculine's been through it. This divine masculine has been through the ringer, right? Like ringers are usually circular. He's been around the wheel, and I feel like with this divine feminine, look, if you two do not know each other, then we're going to really clarify that in the extended. I do past, present, future, simple timeline, both sides, but I switch the tarot decks from side to side, so it gives you a different perspective on it. They're saying the soul card, the spirit card, once we flip that, that'll make sense. But the Wheel of Fortune really says that something is moving forward here, which makes sense after a Tower moment, right? It's okay, you lived through that. Now here's the next spoke of the wheel. And there is an element of divine timing. It's just, a shapeshifter can often get a good sense of timing. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm familiar with the archetype. Like I say, I have it. I just don't have, I have it for a reason, not a season or a lifetime. It's like, okay, well, now it's time to deal with family, and now it's time to deal with friends, and now it's time to deal with lovers. And it's navigating those levels of consciousness, right? And then you're in the presence of the Dalai Lama all of a sudden, and you're comfortable in all of them, right? So there's a timing thing here going on. This is fascinating. What's the voice of spirit here? More major arcana. Okay, divine feminine's got the trickster. With the gambler, are you freaking kidding me? The trickster, this is half of the devil card in this deck. It's a feminist deck. They don't use patriarchal imagery like the devil. I'm down with that. Coyote, however, is a sacred being in all the Native Americans. I mean, I guess where they don't have coyotes now. I am not the zoologist, I am witch, I do not know, right? But a trick is being played here. Now, the voice of the soul saying a trick is being played here. There might be an active sabotage here, or there might be a much larger spiritual lesson. Sometimes the gods will just play chess with our lives to teach us something, right? Matt Kahn wrote a book, Everything is Here to Help You. It's right up there. Everything is here to help you. Most people go, swipe left, right? That there very well might be. Definitely check out the extended, right? If that really speaks to you, if you're the divine feminine. Divine masculine's got justice. Look, shapeshifter, your soul is saying, 4 out of 5 major arcana cards here. Clear your name on this. Do you know what I mean? Like, come clean on this. Balance these scales. Balance these scales. If there is deception going on here, I mean, a shapeshifter and a gambler, no, they sound completely on the up and up. Look, in the shadow, nobody's on the up and up in the shadow. But the two of you are helping each other heal. And I just got to say, there is something, I keep getting Bonnie and Clyde, which is not really my favorite reference, but it's not Morticia and Gomez either, except for some of you it is. But there's just something here. I wish I could. So who's the gambler? Like if you can think like of a story that you might have read where there's a gambler and a shapeshifter, like immediately shapeshifter, I go right to True Blood and Sam Merlot because I was always on Team Sam. It's like he's versatile. Okay. And he turned into a fly. All right, last card down. Guys, really? In an angel contract? Oh my goodness gracious. Now look, before I even read this, my middle name is Angelo. I'm Mark Angelo Lyons. So I've studied angels practically my whole life, right? Oh, wait till that book comes out when I do the biography of my career in the spiritual metaphysical field since 1980. What? The angel archetype, the shadow attribute, acting innocent or angelic to mislead others. Gambler, shapeshifter, check. Falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. Now, look, I run into people like that, but usually you can just see something's off there or feel something's off there. But I think in the shadow, what, me? Oh, no. I'm just a girl who can't say no. Say no. Light attribute, helping those in need with no expectation of return. That's the clause these two are in their contract. They're in the angel clause. Why does that sound like Santa Claus? They're in the angel clause. Look, the shadow side of the angel is the demon. No question, right? Go watch Good Omens, right? Or do your angelology. Dionysus, I forget the second part of the name, the guy who named the 9 choirs of angels. It starts with an A. Yeah, I'm not, it's all Greek to me. But look, go into the angel stuff here in the extended reading. There are a couple of angels, oracles that hit the table on this one. But really, if there is a way that you can help each other, right, with no expectation of return, with what I'm seeing on this table, there is so much major arcana energy here, but with that 6 of Pentacles in the mental field of the divine masculine, right? This is a risk. All gambling is. Shapeshifter, can you navigate? Let's put this together, right? Gambler and a shapeshifter. She wants something deep and passionate and emotional and chips, tips, chains, whips for some of you. I know Sagittarius. I know you Sagittarius. You're no Aquarians, but you're close. The moon card, right? What does he want? He wants to explore this mystery. There is definitely a mystical tie between these two. Soul contracts for sure, but to go really, really deep. Come on, Hecate twice, are you nuts? The tower, he has been struck by lightning. His life is not what it used to be. This could be being touched by God, particularly with that setup. But you've got these thoughts swirling around your head, divine feminine gambler archetype. Allow it to spin. Get to the center. Find the eye of the hurricane. You're probably gathering a lot of information. And there's probably a lot of conflicting communication between the two of you as a result of that. What are you thinking? I'm just, not so much I'm going to let this go, but reversal, I am going to surrender this to the divine and see this differently. This is a very, very strong, particularly with the angel clause that you guys are in. It's a divine family archetype. In 6 of Pentacles, he's saying, I want to balance the scales. I'm thinking about making this right. I'm thinking about making this right because I think he knows the only way he's going to be able to go any deeper with you. Remember, Hecate is the goddess of the crossroads. I call her queen of the crossroads, even though she's a crone. A major decision. And with the amount of major arcana cards on the table, not the lovers, but we'll see in the extended, definitely he kind of knows. It's like, no, I can't go in half-assed on this. I have to do the equal give and take, particularly in terms of physical affection. Let's finish each other off. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on YouTube. That's why you come to Vimeo. I can curse like a sailor through the whole thing. It's so much fun. So much fun, so freeing. Now, she is feeling absolute conflict on this, and it's internal conflict. She's fighting herself, 1 foot on the gas, 1 foot on the brake. He's feeling it's time. It's time. His whole emotional field has changed. This might not be the same person that you knew before, divine feminine, if you have had a dance before. And if you do not know each other, have not met each other, I'm going to say that you are set up to meet. And the angel thing, it might be one of those things, oh my goodness gracious, really. Carolyn Mace made this example once and I never forgot it. An angel archetype is somebody, and she also talked about this, about angels in general. where you're stuck on the side of the road, no gas, flat tire, battery's dead, right? And then out of nowhere, a truck comes and helps you out and like fixes everything. And like you go into the car, it's like, I'm gonna give them something. Some, you know, not a truck, like a citizen. And you go to take out your wallet and you turn and they're gone. Right? It's like that sort of experience. It's almost like you should just run out of gas on the side of a highway in the middle of nowhere and just wait for angels. It sounds like an angel trap, right? Ooh, the angel trap. You know, I just got Lindsay Lohan flashback there. This is a really, really lovely reading, particularly with this, the trickster. There's a trick being played. Your soul is saying to you, Divine Feminine, the gambler, you've tricked, now you're being tricked. Now, I don't feel like with the angel archetype here that this is something inherently harmful, but I think it is a huge major arcana kind of lesson for you. And for the Divine Masculine with Justice, I'm going to say the same, right? Because look, who doesn't develop? There is no alchemy without lead. Right? You can't alchemize lead to gold without lead. So you can't really have a healing process without dealing with the shadow. And sometimes the shadow possesses us. And when we're younger, oh, please, I lived through the 80s, sweetheart. I've healed a lot. I've healed a lot. If you know what I mean. It was a long, long, long time ago. Now I have frankincense oil. Oh, it's so good. This is a lovely, lovely reading. And really that you end with the angel archetype. Just one more time what you're shooting for, helping those in need with no expectation of return, except there is this sexual, deeper, mystical element here, which complicates things. Why the gambler if it wasn't a risk, and why a shapeshifter unless he has to level up. So may the Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video be blessed with all that they need in this happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, romantic, satisfying soulmate contract, January 2021, or time that they may heal, that they may come together, that they may help each other heal, and through the quantum entanglement of their relationship and unity consciousness, help us all heal for the well-being of all. So let it be. And so it is. Thank you for watching. If you like it, like it. Want more, subscribe. Want more Mal? Got Mal? I have a t-shirt that says that, got Mal. And please do comment if you can. Like, I understand some of this stuff might be tricky, sticky to put out on the internet, but please feel free to, because I love reading the comments. I honestly do. Especially when they put like links for meet girls. I'm not deleting them anymore. I'm just like right under them, boy, you barking up the wrong tree. Oh my God, talk about a trickster archetype. Anyway, wishing you all the very best and the very, 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 very blessed in this soulmate contract, January 2021, or timeless, my Saggies, hail. Farewell and blessed, blessed be.